So I got Panthers next game after my bye week. Did y'all watch my game against the Panthers?
I think I did. When did you play them again?
Yeah, I play them again now.
No, to my when last time you played them?
I played them the last film. So it was been like 2 days ago or something like that.
Oh, yeah, I think I did see it.
Yeah, like it was a good game, but I pulled out at the
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports.
I think I was at work that night.
On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Dallas Cowboys. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half. But it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. The scene a few moments ago. Here it is. It's unlike any other in sports.
Yeah, I don't know how to stop that sideline sheet.
These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Godden, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They've got all W's on the ledger so far, a perfect 6-0.
Yeah, still a long way to go in this season, but they're showing everyone early on that they intend to be there in the end.
On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, it's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
If you got a versatile defensive end for
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go for it. Let's go.
So first and 10 now from the 30. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. The numbers for Coleman last week: 17 carries, 87 yards.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people open downfield.
Holding offense.
I'm definitely going to be seeing you and Dallas on the flag. And I know Dallas definitely wants to.
Umpire threw the flag.
Oh, yeah, I need that.
He always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Now Garoppolo, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. And a quick look now at the offense for the 49ers.
And everyone always tells me the fullback is leaving the game, and then I say, hold it a second. What about Kyle Juszczyk? 2-time Pro Bowler, maybe the best all-around fullback in the game for his ability to block, catch, and occasionally run the football inside.
Got to have his feet. You got down.
Oh, he almost
that was
picked
nailed
it.
By the low. So
Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
When it does that, it's doing that to move angles. So if you would have tried to kick the game in the field goal,
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
See, I ain't know.
So
I thought that
the
was
Cowboys
saying,
now ready to go
like,
on offense for the
since
first
your
time.
kick me, the head went
As we get a
down,
peek at their dynamic
then I gotta try
signal
to
caller hailing
score
from
or
Mississippi
something.
State.
That's what
It's
I thought
Dak
he was saying.
Prescott.
And I think it's safe to say that, and I heard him say it in the post-game press conference, that was a team win last week. Because
Yeah, I would have tried to kick it, but I would have. But if I wouldn't have seen the kick me, I just would have called a timeout or something.
D Ford, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Oh, man.
Here's Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football.
Yeah,
you get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tarn.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move.
But I'm really coming this year, though, because I got the team I want.
So they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
I ain't got
a perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
My defense
How about to start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening run.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
Check 50, check 50.
A first down carry by Elliott. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
I usually don't have to worry
I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. A look now at the defensive starting lineup for the 49ers. And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
I would have, like,
such a good unit of covering passes downfield. I think
that
last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Here are the starters defensively for the Cowboys. They were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. To throw is Garoppolo. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you wonder, can you get out of it?
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there.
Control that.
I can't believe the Rams got Jalen Ramsey. And then my Falcons gotta fucking play him this week. Ain't that some shit?
This time for the sack. They got to figure this out. They got to figure him out. 4 sacks last week. Now 1 in the first quarter. What do they do?
Well, great pass rushers usually have a go-to move, but the best pass rushers, they have counters to their go-to move. So they'll show you that. Then when you adjust, they counter it and still get to the quarterback. And you don't pile up that many sacks. What do you have, 4 in the game last week? Without having some go-to moves with counters. Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy?
Eagles game,
His defense.
That game's crazy.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that
Dak
punt.
Prescott fumbles twice. They picked it up and scored. Then they blocked my punt and scored. Like that momentum changed the whole game.
For Zeke from last week. There was no answer for him defensively. Over 200 yards, 2 touchdowns to boot.
And that was a fun film to watch because a few of those runs, it was apparent he was just not going to be denied. And his team is hoping that carries over to this week as well.
Yeah, that's why I had to do
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later. Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try to find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Prescott.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do
to
pick up the first down and change our momentum?
From just shy of midfield, Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end, and it's 3rd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, And we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of two. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. It's not too often you see.
Yo.
They're putting that football down right on the midfield stripe. 60 yards, Charles, but a little bit too much bite off there.
Yeah, it's good to show confidence in your kicker. That might have been just a little bit too much. I'll guarantee you, as you just noted, putting it down on the midfield stripe, the holder's thinking to himself, that's a long way. Probably not as confident as well.
For the Eagles or the Redskins,
now from the 50. His throw incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and that takes us from second to third down. And that's twice now already in this first quarter that he's been able to knock a ball away.
They're going to need that from him and plenty more if they want to slow down this passing game. Thus far, though, he's been a ball magnet.
Right there. 54 Mike. You must be dreaming.
Prescott from the gun on third. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position, the ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it, and even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Yeah, that Alexander pick up at the free agent before the season. Yeah, he helped my defense a lot.
3-0 after one on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they're facing a very tough 3rd and 11. Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Now
Cobb to return.
They can get to them outside.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here are the Cowboys to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10. The first down run for Elliott will net him about 5 yards. It's 2nd down. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I'm mostly being the hybrid defense though.
On 2nd down, Elliott, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Prescott from the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That'll get him the 1st down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
Switch.
47. Hey, count. 47.
54, right there. 54 miles.
26.
First down, Prescott. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. That'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Prescott's throw going to be caught by Gallup. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. And again, it's Prescott. Cooper's got it. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 25-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
That's how I got that one with the Freeman.
Damn, San Francisco got 4 Super.
On the counter, Elliott.
That's why I can't run the ball.
Tavon Young in on the tackle.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Check. Walk 54. That's a screen. Pass.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
That's it, baby. You got work.
Out on the field now, here come the 49ers.
Here we go.
And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Well, they had that one snipped out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping them from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Amari Cooper and the Cowboys set to take over once again. Second quarter here, he has only 1 catch, but they have the lead. You got to think there's going to be more involved in second quarter.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
Yeah, well, so far, just the single catch. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Prescott. Over the middle, complete. It's Schultz. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness. One cut, and he goes. That's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 28.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
We used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
From
the 25 on 2nd down. Prescott looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Schultz. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet, or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Garoppolo on the draw to Coleman. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go.
Alright, boys.
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll head.
win that
Here
game,
comes the
Dallas.
49ers punter now.
As
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
I'm hoping I can.
Return comes Cobb. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. It's the Bills with an early lead over the Jets. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion in the field position.
I have to think with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and it's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. To throw is Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down. Prescott on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Okay. Yeah, I won.
54, right? 54 miles.
Yeah.
Prescott yet again.
Oh, one shot.
And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Man, I had.
Don't leave the good part of that nigga just ass, man.
From the left hash mark. It's no good. He misses wide of the upright. Where it is. So it's an empty possession, and it's a kicker. Not the way you want to start your day.
This team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon. So apparently the guy is immune.
Man, nigga read, man, he convinced, you know, normally when you bring somebody around, they got potential or something, you know what I'm saying? Man, this nigga brought a 9-shooter. Man, we ever run with a 9-shooter man. This dude is great. And look, man,
See, won a game with it.
Second half.
See, look at this. Look at this. See. Then I remember this nigga come from Nike.
This one taken from the
when I saw that, he came from Nike. That's a recruit from Nike, man.
I'm on Facebook.
Nike.
Out comes the coach now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. And the last time they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you would get in the end zone. At least we're going to get 3. Didn't go for the goalpost. So.
It does test the mental processes of the team.
You know the 2 things that's behind, and you got to split in the middle, that's you.
But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to a stretch, and guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game.
Yeah, boy, it's Nike people. Nike looking on them on Facebook, getting a little Facebook CP19 shit.
Look at boy got a mic, Red.
I did. Good. I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games. 3rd quarter, you got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Rocky saying he just straight ass.
From just shy of midfield, Prescott, Elliott complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that. Swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm. They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of the first down.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
You got the guard.
They go back to the air.
Get to the guard, try some of them big men out there, man.
Smith. And he tackled at the 20.
Try them big men out there.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road, and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you. It's a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he will score.
You can try to go in the middle, man.
Cowboys.
It's all the good. It's all the good niggas do.
#1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try.
Oh, that shit crazy. They did this shit though. Oh, Fortnite Cowboy, they cuss. When we go on chest,
get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, you know, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
13 yards there and a Niner first.
Are you right here? You just edit them?
Oh, they got one running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because the ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. Is that not the very definition of a tough yard game?
Now, is that one where as the receiver you go to your quarterback and say, why'd you even throw that?
Yeah, I think you do, and I think you wonder what type of a route are you going to send me on that only...
Now a loose football. Coleman lost it. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's into the clear. The 20, 10, and he is into the end zone for the Cowboy touchdown.
The pump ain't doing shit no more.
I had a comment on this.
So that is now 2 from return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a 2nd time.
Extra point right down the middle. And it is 28-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Let's go. Do it.
Tevin Coleman and the rest of the offense making their way back out. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
Oh, Rocky about to chop on that.
49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
This will be fielded at the 8.
Niggas ain't talk shit.
Across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
And not even that shit, bro.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field.
I was coming back.
Invite to the part. Oh, my.
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer.
This is the same niggas Reeves got here, man.
And let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Yeah, niggas in here calling you trash and Rick on the nigga taking up for you.
Now Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Foster, stay in the park. Stay in this park, Foster. We ain't running from you. We just been trying out ran. But we ain't running from y'all. That's what I want you to know.
Special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Yeah.
Here's Coleman.
We playing with random, nigga.
They're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down.
No, we got
Coleman now.
Man, I want to pay these niggas.
After a gain of 3, leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And
I ain't got no shield.
That's okay. Stay on, short, steady burst.
Stay on, nigga.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped.
Oh, they're on the side. They're on the side.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes.
Yeah, but look. Hop on that spot, though. We ain't got no random rule. Hop on that spot. We
stopped him cold. To me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
That black ass nigga.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
So you know how?
Again, it's Elliott. Shoves him away. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Yeah, we don't know him, though. I know he was in them 200 that dude, man.
Overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlight showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
A first down run for Elliott, not going to pan out. He'll, in fact, wind up losing a couple. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Prescott now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Man, go buy you a hot spot or something, man.
You got yellow, huh?
They go to Elliott again. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
They're pretty good right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
No, they gave it to me, Ray.
You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They begin the drive with Coleman. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
We just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Oh, my God.
They will run again with Coleman. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter play. Back now in Arlington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
I'm out of position.
Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down.
That's what I'll tell you when I get back.
There's completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly. Absolutely. I mean, size,
the hands,
speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
That's to his running back. Complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Niners go for it, doesn't work out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
Yeah, I'm trying.
To the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, again to Elliott. And a tackle there by Quan Alexander.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. They'll run on first down. Elliott, a strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Elliott. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. Thanks to that last play.
That's the same niggas again, Rick.
1st and 10 at the 18.
Where them niggas at the show?
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
That coach is always hard on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some route.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
7 yards there and a first down. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And he's got his man on the out route. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off Byron Jones. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. But that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see...
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Dalton Schultz, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there.
You can go get your big, I go get my energy, and we can do whatever you want.
You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. To throw again on second down. Garoppolo. And he loses the football a second time. It's picked up by the Cowboys.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go. Switch.
Chopper.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Power running by Zeke. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
I'm buying a fucking cat.
They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Like any team, they would have loved to have had more yards on that run, but it looks like they just want to get to the 2-minute warning and see what they want to do after that.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset.
Glass cleaners
and let's see what they've come up with
That's
offensively
crazy.
after having time to talk it over. They'll run with Elliott. And he maneuvers
I get
his
my
way
badge
down
on. I can't even see where the rebound going no
A gain
more.
of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
What's your big shot?
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Get it.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
I'm not sure the point of having this fucking ball. This shit like this bad is great, man.
And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control.
I knew that was a break. That's not even telling me.
Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They're all through up in Detroit. And
Bitch got that bad internet.
Jameis Winston, 2 touchdown passes in the W. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle.
I thought I needed an E-line keyboard.
Now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
I don't know. Mom's always had that good internet over
after
here.
the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
I wonder how my shit can't be crispy like that, though.
Garoppolo now.
My shit, man, that shit's so trash.
Intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Even my phone signal trash.
Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
But like I got my badge on, don't tell me when you niggas missed though. That's aggravating, man.
And now whistles.
Look, I know that's a break.
And I think we
got
didn't show
Defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
Everybody got that behind back. I guess that's the go-to behind the back.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
You got your little cats everywhere in here, man.
Their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0.
Yeah.
They get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Niners, that'll be their first loss of the season. And they'll try to rebound next week as they got to take on the Cardinals. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Oh my, IQ is very high over here. You're a shooter, he ain't gonna play middle. Cold. Boom, boom, boom.